All right, good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning, 7:30, and live class is here, good to go. And we're back in for another week. Team, this is the last week of this block, so last time we were doing this workout, and it's a 2-class week, Monday and Wednesday only this week. So let's put our efforts into these classes. We've got legs today, and we've got upper body and abs on Wednesday. All right, so last time running through this one, this was that drop set. We built that routine as the warm-up, we do some stretching, and then we're into that drop set, hitting each side just once through. So we're going to make it count. All right, are you ready for this? We've got the warm-up, we've got no timer, we don't need a timer today. So standing in squat position, feet parallel, shoulder width or hip width apart, building up that squat, 3, 2, 1, down we go, down and up, building up that squat to begin with. All right, so let's do this. Let's get some life in those legs, building up some warmth into those muscles, building into this squat. All right, down and up. There it is, good, yes, okay, I can see some movement on the screens, nice. All right, so squats to begin with, building up that range of movement, deepening that range of movement, standing tall at the top. All right, so building up that routine, so we're going to add in that knee lift on each side, so it's that balanced knee lift on each side. So we go up, find your balance, drop it back down, up into that knee lift, lower back down into the squat. Right, team, make this as smooth as you can. So anticipating that foot going down, anticipating that knee coming up. Good. All right, add in that kick out. So you're going to go up to that balance point, hold, kick out, back, and then into your squat. Super smooth. Good. All right, coordinating those movements. Nice. All right, after the kick out, add in that lunge up then. So you've got the kick out, back into the lunge, up into the knee lift. So smooth all the way through that combination of movements. Nice. Keep this going a little bit longer through this combination of movements as you go, building up that work through those leg muscles, building up that warmth and looseness. Go on then, one more time through. And from there, okay, march that out. All right, nice. Good, let's take this into a leaning calf raise, so warming up through the lower leg. Find something to lean against, something sturdier than my little tables here. All right, so you're leaning in, heels come down, feet aligned parallel, torso lengthened and also aligned. And then we're lifting up onto the balls of the feet and control it, lowering down. Take this through that full range of movement that you have available at the ankle. Smoothly lifting up, smoothly lowering down. Feel that articulation of that ankle joint. All right, so we're building some warmth into that lower leg, into those calf muscles, through the Achilles. Good, again, keeping those feet aligned parallel, aware of how that ankle and all of those foot bones are articulating through this movement. And then lower down into that stretch position and just breathe into that. Releasing tension through those muscles, allowing length through that lower leg. All right. Good. All right, bring that up and out, march out those legs. Okay, I can feel that work through the calves. Right, let's go into a stretch from here. We're going to bring the feet wide, feet stay parallel, lengthen the legs and reach up high. There, so both arms reaching. Draw the shoulder blades down as you reach up high. Feel that length through the legs. Good, we're going to circle the arms and then bring the fingertips down towards the floor. So circle around, fingertips down towards the floor. Feel that stretch increased through the back of the legs. Hips stay high. Nice. Good, and then from there, allow the knees to soften. Forearms can come onto the knees. Toes might want to just point out slightly. And we're into this kind of super wide squat stance here. All right. And from here, one foot can perhaps point out to the side. We can lengthen that other leg and transition through to that side angle pose here. All right, feel how these movements change the emphasis to the stretch. Breathing into areas of tightness, not forcing it, but finding release. Good. All right, and see if you can reverse that transition now back to that super wide squat position in here. So now same thing on the other side. The foot perhaps points out, we shift the weight over, we straighten that other leg, and we're into that side stretch. There. Good. Right, again, reverse that transition back to that wide squat. And then re-straighten the legs, fingertips go down towards the floor, into that stretch. Feet parallel. Roll it up, reaching high. And then bring that in and walk the feet together. Okay, all right, how are the legs feeling? Warmed up, good to go. All right, so we're going to go into our drop set 15. So this is sets of 15. I don't think we need to increase the number of reps. So if you like, you can use your dumbbells. This is the one then, team, where we start with lunge ups, and I want this lunge up set to be difficult. So we're starting with your best version of a lunge up, with resistance if you want it, with the focus of your attention to make that an intense, challenging movement. All right, so set 15 lunge ups on one side, straight into static lunges and continuing through that set. All right, team, we've got to make this count, so set up strong. Let's go left knee lifted first to begin with. We're going to hold that left knee up and hold that position for a moment. All right, so when you're ready, standing tall, shoulder blades down, right? Almost exaggerating the uprightness of this position. So this is what you're coming up to each time of your 15 reps. Making them count, going in 3, 2, 1, we lunge back, we power up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Step that foot back, back up straight, reset the shoulders, static lunges. We go down and we go up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, feeling that burn. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We had the left foot back, we bring it forwards into squat position, down and up for that squat, full range of movement, all the way down, all the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, good. 7, feel that symmetry of movement. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Left knee lifts on this left side. Stand tall, shoulder blades down. We're into kick-ups. Kick-ups, kick out, you know what I mean? Kick out, bring it back. 2, 3, 4, stand tall through that right leg. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, stand tall, knee lift, there it is. Donkey kick, so this is where we kick back. leg to the horizontal. Arms can hang, arms can come out to the side, whatever you want. I seem to be still holding the dumbbells, so I'm just going to let them hang, holding this donkey kick position. Alright, so still not finished this set. Breathe. Lengthened through that leg, lengthened through the spine, right through to the top of the head. You're going to be sweeping that knee back through in a moment, back to that balanced knee lift. So sweep that knee through, refine knee lift, stand tall. 5 extra lunge ups. Ready? Step back, there's the lunge up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and down, march that out. Whoa, all right. Okay, dumbbells can go down if you're using them. Ooh. Okay, good. All right, take that back to a wide leg squat. Squat, the wide leg stretch. Reach up, breathe, circle round, fingertips find the floor. Soften through the knees, bring the feet slightly out, forearms on the knees. Good, straighten one side, lean over to the other. Point that foot out, side angle stretch. Lovely, good. Take it back to the center, wide leg squat. Over to the other side, straighten one leg, toes point out, side angle here. Take it back to the center, bring the feet parallel, stretch up high, circle around, walk it in. All right, kick it out. Find those dumbbells if you've been using them. Drop set on the other side. All right, so we only go through this once, make it count. Oh, I always feel the feet working quite hard on that one. I don't know if you find that as well, on that donkey kick. It's like the feet hold tension to keep balance, so I can feel those muscles working hard. Right, so we're switching around, we're going right knee lifted, stand tall, shoulder blades down, exaggerate that position. Breathe. All right, are we there? Okay, so 15 of your best lunge ups. 3, 2, 1, stepping it back and up for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, step it back into static lunge. Check your balance, get your alignment, back up straight. Taking it down and up for 1, 2, 3, nice work team. 4, 5, okay, we're still in this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, tidy this up. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So the right foot has been back. We're stepping forwards into that squat position. Symmetry of stance. Take it down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Come on, strong with those squats. 13, 14, 15. Right knee lifts, stand tall. Kick outs, we kick out, nothing changes. Back. 2, 3, everything else still. 4, 5, 6, pelvis is level. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Stand tall. Here we go, donkey kick. Transition through. Kick back with that leg. Find that balance and hold. Exaggerate the extension to that leg that's lifted. Extended from the hip. All right, nice work. Holding it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sweep that knee back through. Smoothly does it. Nice. All right, extra 5 lunge ups. We lunge back. Knee drive up for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Brilliant. Right, march that out. Whew. Good work. All right, well done, team. Take that back into that wide leg stretch. Legs wide. Stretch up. Circle around, fingertips down to the floor. Exaggerate that stretch. Hips high, long through the legs. Soften the knees, forearms to the knees, toes point out. Turn one foot all the way out, straighten the other leg. Side angle stretch there. Good, hold this here for a few moments. Engage through the core. If you like, you can take that supporting arm, lengthen that as well, as if you're holding a beach ball in those hands. There. Do that core switched on. Nice. All right, refine that support. Bring that arm back through, refine that super wide squat. All right, same thing on the other side. Turn the other foot over, lengthen that leg, side angle pose here. Find your alignment, grounded through the feet. Good. And then if you like, you can extend that other arm as well. Good. Breathe. Nice. Refine that supporting knee. Bring it back through to center. Super wide squat. And then feet come in parallel. Stretch up high. And circle around, bring the feet in. All right, team, good work. All right, we're going to take this down onto the floor then and finish the class down on the floor so you can set yourself up. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be seated on the mat with the legs out in front of us. Just going to angle that down a fraction, just there. There's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cows clustered around my car. And I think they're up to no good. Okay, so shoulder blades down. We're seated and we're going into those leg lifts. Right, so this is working around the hip. So we're going to extend, let's say, right leg first this time. So right leg extended, pushing through to the heel, shoulders down. We're going to want to hitch up the whole time, shoulders down. Lift that heel. So that leg is now lifted. Small movements up and down. Okay, so detension the shoulders. So relaxed through the shoulders. Try and keep that torso in alignment though, so you're keeping the spine in neutral rather than slouching. There, good. Right, gently pulling the toes in. Okay, good. All right, hover that heel just off the floor. Leg circles, so keeping that straight. Can you paint circles with that leg? All right, so this is going to get tricky real quick. So you're working those stabilizing muscles through that hip. Those hip flexor muscles, circle the other way. There. Good. All right, take it back to a hover, just holding that leg up. Pull that knee in, kick it out. Nothing else changes. There, so the spine stays in neutral. Pelvis stays still. Just moving that leg from the hip. Good, kick it out and hold for 3, 2, 1. Nice, lower down, switch legs, left leg extends, reset the shoulders, kick through to the heel, gently pulling into the toes. That leg is now lifted and hovering off the floor. Leg lifts up and down. All right, working that strength through that hip. Nice. Okay, we got that. All right, hover that leg circles, painting circles with that leg. So that movement comes from the hip. Isolate that movement, shoulders down. There. Good, paint circles the other way. Nice. Hover that leg, lengthen through to the heel, but then pull in with the knee and push out. Pulling in, pushing out, making sure we're not slouching through that lower back. Of course we're not. Good. Nice, kick out and hold. There, pushing out to the heels, pulling up with the toes. 3, 2, 1, and lower down. Whoa, okay, take it round into a box shape. Let's go into the muscles of the posterior hip. So hands below shoulders, knees below hips. All right, so we're in here, box shape. Let's go. What would we do? Right leg first. So right leg lifts to the horizontal. There. Let's start with just a leg extension. So we're going to pull that knee back in and kick that leg back out. So leg extensions, kicking out. Aware that nothing else is changing. Feel that range of movement you have through the hip. That smooth movement. Good. All right, pull that knee in, and then can you lift out to the side without anything else moving? So without anything else changing, lifting out to the side. Less movement there, probably. Reset the shoulders. There. Now can we link those two movements together? So we lift out to the side, and from that lifted position, extend it to the horizontal. Pull that knee back in, out to the side, extend to the horizontal. Oops. So if any of this does not feel helpful, feel free just to change this around. Perhaps you can take this in the other direction. Try that. Or maybe you want to bring that knee in each time. So lift out to the side, bring it in, kick out, bring it in. Whatever feels most helpful for you, but working that range of movement, that freedom of movement through the hip. We're just lifting out to the side. We're just extending that leg. Good. All right, whatever you've been doing, bring that knee back through. Refine your box shape, reset alignment, resettle the shoulder blades. Left leg extends to the horizontal. Hold it there for a moment. Lengthened through the leg. Good. Knee comes in, kick out again. Get that kick out going. From a box position to that horizontal kick out. Again, feel that freedom of movement through the hip. All right. Okay, try that lift out to the side now. So lifting out to the side. I don't know about you, but suddenly I find, there's hardly any movement there in that plane. So just building up that range of movement, that freedom of movement through the hip. And now linking those two movements in whichever way feels helpful. Maybe you go straight from one to the next, lifting out, kicking back. Maybe you go the other way around. Or maybe you do those movements individually and just alternating between each one. Whatever feels most helpful. Switched on through the core. Good. Right, one more each side or each movement. And then bring that knee back through. Back into box shape. Drop the hips over the heels. Stretch the arms forwards. Quick rest into child's pose here. Nice, before bringing it back up onto the hands, tucking the toes, lifting up into a downward facing dog. So a bit like we did leaning against the wall earlier, focusing into the articulation of the ankles, lowering the heels down towards the floor, feeling that stretch. Maybe you'll get your heels on the floor, mine don't, but that intention of bringing the heels towards the floor, feel that stretch through the Achilles. And then from there, working your full range of movement, lifting up onto the balls of the foot, even onto the toes perhaps, before lowering the heels back down. So in downward facing dog, working the articulation through the ankles. Good, so this is working that functionality of the Achilles. Lifting up smoothly on each side. Working through the arms and shoulders as well. Keeping that torso in alignment. And then settling back down into downward facing dog. All right, let's step forwards with the right foot. So stepping forwards with the right foot, left knee goes down into a hip flexor stretch, gently into that. Breathe into it. Reaching up with the left arm. So inviting that openness through that front part of the hip, through those hip flexors that you were working a moment ago. Couple more breath cycles here. right, and then switch it around, bring the hands down, switch the knees, step forwards with the left foot, open up into the hip flexor to that point of stretch. Breathe into that, perhaps reaching up with that right arm. Nice, good. Keep those breath cycles going, using that exhale, use that connection with your breath to release that tension through the hip flexors, opening up that freedom of movement through the hip. And freedom of movement through the hips means that you're not pulling on that alignment of the pelvis or the lower back. It allows that spine to stay in neutral alignment whilst moving fully through the hip extension and flexion. Nice. All right, take that hand back around, step through, step back into a high plank position, lengthen through the arms, lengthen through the torso, strong through that position. Good. And then last time, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Before walking the feet towards the hands into a forward fold, allowing the body just to fold forwards from the hips. Feeling that stretch through the back of the legs. And then rebuilding all the way up high. Stretch up tall, circle around, and we're back in. All right, team, we did it. That felt quite manageable, didn't it? Hopefully you feel stronger through that drop set and through that sequence of movements that we always do at the start. And yeah, that you feel good for doing these classes and working away at these things. Cool. All right, team, that's your Monday workout. We're back in on Wednesday, upper body and abs. Let's get that one done. And then that's your classes done for this week. All right. Awesome. Good work, live class, and everyone doing the recording. I'll see you back in on Wednesday. See you there.